Hi, this is Angela Cox, and I'm going to show you how to sew up the hole in your football. So my football is all stuffed, it's ready to go, and I am ready to sew up the hole. So to begin, I need my football. I need a threaded needle with the ugly knot at the very end, and then I'm going to need like a pin, maybe one. Right, so first, to start, this is called the ladder stitch. And I'm going to start right here, and I'm going to take my needle, and I'm going to come up from inside the football, just like this, right? So my ugly knot is hidden inside, okay? Now my hole, I left my hole really small, but when you do the ladder stitch, you want to do it on a fold, right? And you can kind of see that it folds naturally, but sometimes it can be helpful to put a pin right in the middle, just to keep this folded edge so that I can easily see this fold. See how it's folded now with that pin? Alright, so I just put a pin right in the middle. Now, to do the ladder stitch, I am going to, you see my knot comes up on one side, I always sew parallel to the seam. I'm not going to sew this way, I'm going to sew this way, right? And it's very, very similar to lacing up your shoes. So I'm going to make one stitch in and out on this side, parallel to the seam. And then I'm going to pull it tight. Then I'm going to do a stitch on the other side, in and out. And then I'm going to pull it tight. And then I'm going to do a stitch on this side and pull it tight. Now, the closer together that you make these stitches and the tighter you pull them, the better it's going to look and the better it's going to hold, right? So if you have any, so if don't get impatient, right? This side and then this side, right? If you make them too far apart, then sometimes you can get like some weird puckers in there, right? And again, just like lacing up your shoes, one side and then the other, right? And I'm going to keep doing that, and eventually what's going to happen is I'm going to get to this pin. See how close I'm getting to the pin? And if I see how I snagged it on my football, just pull it off and then pull it tight. It's one of the reasons it's really important not to get too long of a thread, because the longer the thread, it can tangle, right? So this side, and then remember, this pin is only there to help me. When it starts to get in my way, like I'm getting really close to it and it's kind of in my way, take it out, right? I won't need it anymore because it folds on its own, right? See how that happens? And I am going to sew all the way to the edge of my hole, right? I am not going to be lazy or leave a little hole there, because if I do leave a little hole there, then it's going to come loose, right? So all the way to the edge of my hole is here. So I'm going to sew all the way to the edge, making sure that I keep my stitches small and that I pull them tight, right? I don't want to get too lazy on this. I'm just going to keep going until I get to the end of the hole. And if you're not sure, you're like, am I at the end yet? Then after you pull it tight, just relax it. And you can see I just have a few stitches left to go. Now, once I get to the end of my hole, it's going to be really, really important for me to tie it off properly, right? So in and out. I'm just going to keep going, and you can see, right, I'm being patient with this stitch. My hole is really small, but it still takes me a few minutes to sew this up, right? And when, nope, not always at the top of this fold. Right at the top of that fold. I think I'm almost to the end, but let me look because I don't want to leave a hole. There we go. So got it. Now, at the end, when I'm all done, I need to tie it off. So to tie it off, I'm just going to make another stitch, and I'm going to make it as close to the seam as I can, just like that. I'm going to pull it through, and then I'm going to go through the loop. Right? I'm going to pull that tight. One, and I'm going to do one on the other side, and you might be able to see it, but if you make your stitches really small, then someone would have to inspect it to find it. Right? Two. And do you see how I got a little loop in there? I can cut that off. It's no big deal. And then three. Right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go right here, and I'm going to cut this off. Right? Snip. I'm going to snip it really close. And you can see where I tied it off, but someone would have to inspect it. And now my football is all done. Don't forget to take a picture to put in Schoology so Miss Cox can grade it.